We're going to get started in a minute. The full numbers aren't in, but because of the early voting, the full numbers won't be in until tomorrow. But the numbers that we have tonight are extremely, extremely encouraging. I don't think that mathematically the early voting, even if the other side got all the votes, would be able to make a difference. And I know I voted early, so they didn't get all the votes. So I was very blessed to run with a very talented group of women. I've always been blessed to have talented women around me. That's how I've gotten by in life. And tonight, I want to introduce the newcomer to the group who did spectacularly. I think she's up by something like 1,200 votes. The next elected trustee, Kelly Wenstrup.
I owe thanks to everyone here and then some. I've worked on campaigns for many years, but being a candidate is a different beast altogether. Really, it is so true that you cannot do this without a ton of people behind you. So I want to thank Tom, who was terrific in just supporting us all along the way, for putting me on the board in the first place because of a vacancy. But Nora was a complete pleasure to work with. All the district leaders. Indivisible was terrific with the postcards. Dave, you covered my husband the house. Emmy, you helped him cover the house because I've been absent for a while. So I think the numbers look good. I tend to be a pessimist and don't want to assume anything. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Tom. But the numbers look very good, and I really, if things continue to go as they have so far, I really look forward to the next year continuing on as trustee, and I hope you'll stay in touch and keep me honest. Which we won't. Yeah.
This is my second time running with Nora. Nora is an incredibly hard worker. She wrangled 98 children this year, and she got them to do arts and crafts, and she got them to knock on doors, and she got them to come out. Many of you saw them in the community in the past few days, telling people to vote for us, and reminding people, because in an election like this, it's all about getting people out. It's all about getting your people out, and let's be honest about it. That's what the game is. And we got our people out tonight, and I'm pleased to be on a board for another 2 years with Nora Lucas. She's one of the hardest workers I've ever worked with in this. And I give you Nora Lucas.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, I did work hard, and I'm happy that we're at an end. And I will say that it was great to work with Kelly and Tom and all of our district leaders. But those 98 children were just like amazing. And a bunch of them showed up tonight at the train station. They'd finished all their hours, but they just wanted to be there for the end to help. I have to say that couldn't have happened without Dana Gallagher. She's like the little hidden weapon that we have. She's our secret weapon. And I don't want to, I don't want to forget to thank anybody, so I'm going to stop here. But I want to thank everybody who did anything, everybody who closed polls, who canvassed with us, who canvassed with the kids. And just, I think we're going to have a really good 2 years. And I also want to thank Victor and Dan, because I'm happy to work with them. And Kelly, I'm sorry you have to run next year, but we'll do it. Thanks.
Congratulations. I will be as brief as I possibly can be, which is long. 2 years ago, we ran and we told people that we were going to make change in the village. And we made change in the village, and we made a lot of change, and we made a lot of progress in this community. This was an election where the electorate had to decide whether they agreed with the change and the progress that we had, or they wanted it to go back to the way it was. And I think at the end of the night, the numbers are going to say resoundingly they wanted to see change, and they wanted to see progress. That being said, I want to thank our opponents for running a campaign, for participating in the democratic process. Anybody who has ever ran in this community, I see Susie Oppenheimer is here. The first woman mayor in Mamaroneck and in Westchester at a time when Democratic women just didn't get elected. So, so we've come a long way, and now we have a middle-aged white man as mayor. But I want to thank, I cannot go through and thank everybody tonight because there were so many people who did so much. This isn't just our victory, this is all of your victory. Because we don't do this alone. We don't make change alone. So many of you were on boards and committees and gave, and gave time and energy and, a lot of heart to this campaign. I want to thank my children and the people who are close to me because this is hard. You give a lot of time and you give a lot of energy and you forget things. And I'm hoping that I forgot things because I was running for office and not just because I'm old. But that's, that's what I'm telling myself right now. But check in with me in a year when I'm not running for office. But it's a great experience to run for office. It really is. It's a chance to test your ideas against your opponent's ideas. It's a chance to really think about what you care about. And, it's a blessing to have had the opportunity to run. Besides the birth of my children and raising my children, being mayor is the best job that I've ever had. No, it is. It really is. Thank you. It is the most effective that you can be helping people one-on-one. Nancy knows that. Nancy's been doing that for years. Kathy Savold has done that in this community for years too. And you can really see the changes that you helped that affect people's lives. And very few people get to do that. And I've been blessed with the opportunity to do that. And I want to thank you all. I want to thank my running mates, and I want to thank everybody who participated. And I want to thank our opponents.
I forgot to thank my husband, Tony, who's been here all night in the corner. Yeah, who also wrangled kids. And I just don't like public speaking, and so I should have used my list, and I didn't. So thank you, Tony.
You're welcome. All right, the bar is open. Supervisor Seligson. Yeah.
I want to thank all the voters for their support for the Town of Mamaroneck candidates also. The numbers for the Town of Mamaroneck candidates look really good. We are very, very lucky in the Town of Mamaroneck that we have the opportunity to run unopposed, but we don't run without all the heart and emotion and effort and work that everyone else puts in as well. We are so looking forward to working again with the great team in the village of Mamaroneck. I love working with Tom and Kelly. I want to congratulate Councilwoman Abby Katz, Councilman Jeff King, Justice Jean Marie Brescia, and Town Clerk Christina Battaglia, all for their great work. I really look forward to 2 more years as supervisor. I'm looking forward to making our town more sustainable and engaging all of you in a comprehensive plan update so that we can make our community more and more what we want it to be and not just react. And I also want to thank my husband because he voted. So I won. I always say that I get to win if John votes. So congratulations to the Village of Mamaroneck. Thank you so much for all the hard work you put in. Thank you to my town board. Jane El Kainini as well is here tonight. And I want to thank you all for your support. Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.